Dropping me out this morning. Whee! Whee! Watch the camera. That's those wings that people don't eat. That was hot. One baby. Two little babies. And number three. Not such a little baby. Let's go fishing. Am I the only bloke in Australia without a reversing camera? Bloody nightmare. Let's hit it. Dropping me out this morning. Whee! Today's target, one of my favourite calamari, squid. The thing I love about squid, easy to fish for. No bait needed, no burley needed. I shouldn't have said that, I probably just jinxed myself. Just another F with no fish. Girls at daycare, sneaky solo mission. How can you go wrong? So we've got about 10 k's to go and we're in the squid spot. First cast for the day. This spot's no good. Weed everywhere. Off to a new location. Second time lucky, hopefully. Looks like less weed. There's less floating weed, but still too much floating weed. Let's move. We're on here, first squid. I shouldn't say that, he's not in the boat. I think I'll get him in the live bait tank. Biggest risk is getting oil all through this boat. One on the board, baby! Starting to get a bit of rain now, but we persist. We've got one cala on the board, one calamari. We're shortening things. We've travelled 35 kilometres today on the water to get away from that floating weed, and I've just got here, and now it's raining on me. Classic. It's starting to get heavier. I have to chuck some side clears up. Try and protect myself a little bit from this rain. We're on again here. Second squid for the day. He's not giving me much of a fight though. Avoiding inking the boat at all costs. Two on the board, baby! I like weed beds that are broken up by a bit of sand, and then basically you're casting it across the weed bed, through a sand patch, and then through another weed bed. For me, I reckon that's perfect, because in my head, the squid to the sea, the squid jig better when it's going over the sand. This might be completely false, but this is my theory when going for squid. We've got a patch of weed over here that clearly held squid, and squid is clearly what we need. So let's drift straight back over it again. Rain's starting to disappear. Things are looking up. Oi! She's still on? Hey! Avoiding. Hey, that's what we want to avoid. Save the boat, that's the main thing. That water's gone black. It's also really important that you get every little bit of weed off your squid jig. They're super smart squid, so they notice it and they know it's a lure. So like a bit of weed will sort of get on the end there too at the front. You also want to get rid of that. Same deal, they're going to notice that there's a line in front of that lure. Little tip for the squids. Guess who's back? The rain's back. The rain's just getting heavier. Cruising along into it, I guess into the wind, just to keep myself dry. Pretty cool feature with these bar crushers. Rain coming in the front, no dramas. Pull that down with my clears, nice and dry. We've persisted through the rain. Sun's starting to poke its head out of the clouds. Thank you. 3 squid in the bag. Let's not be greedy. Let's find somewhere to pull over. Have ourselves a bit of a cook up. Just driving along this stretch of coast, looking for a nice spot to pull up that's not going to be too rocky, and also gives me a little bit of shelter from the wind. I've just got to watch as I come in for any big rocks. It's a dropping tide, so the last thing I want is to get beached here. So I have about 5 hours in front of me. Nah, longer. 10 hours in front of me before it'll be deep enough again for me to get out. So I might be taking the shoes off. I'm getting a little bit wet. Not gonna make much of a difference. I've been soaked by this rain earlier. Just found a couple of rocks to let me know I've hit the bottom. Wouldn't have minded being a little bit closer, but off with the shoes. For lunch today, we're just going the 1 calamari, 1 squid, that'll do me. I'm gonna save the other 2, have them for dinner tonight with the fam. Most humane way to kill a squid, my humble opinion, the karate chop. Using the ancient method of the karate chop, or karate, as I think it's pronounced. Yeah. Instantly goes white, which means the squid is now passed, and it's time to be eaten. What you wanna do is literally get your finger up in there and break wherever the stomach is holding the tube, and then you should be able to pull the whole thing out, guts and all. Keep the head. It's amazing bait. You can eat it too, but I want it for bait, so I'm not eating it. It's a slippery little sucker. It's got a little bit of cartilage running along the back, and pull that out. Pull off its skin. Once you've cleaned all the skin off, you're left with that. These wings here, people throw them away, but I actually think they're all right eating, so I just slice them off, turn them inside out, give them a clean on the outside, and there you have it, 1 squid tube. Much longer walk than I was hoping for. It's definitely deeper than I was hoping for. Wait there, bar crusher. This feast better be worth it. On dry land. Let's try and find ourselves a bit of dry wood. I think I'm trekking up there. Have a look at the look on me. Can you tell? Let me put the camera back here. If someone came across me right now, that would be like, what are you doing? What a look. Just your regular castaway on a beach. Let's find some more sticks. So I've got a few sticks. My issue is everything's just that little bit damp from that rain we had, and I especially can't find like good tinder. So we're gonna improvise. Bear with me. This is ground 0 of the phases. First things first, we're gonna need hose. Good few meters, I reckon. Phase 1. Phase 2. A little bit of fire starter. Only a little fire. We're only cooking a squid on a pan. We do not need a bonfire. Oi, watch the camera. Well, that worked. Let these coals burn down. Let's get our squid on. Super easy. Our bit of cut up calamari. This packet mix is the bomb. You don't need egg, flour, milk, any of that stuff. So it makes it good for camping. Not that I'm camping, but if I was, it would also be good. Chuck it in. You can cool down your fire a little bit by putting a bit of sand on it. Just take away a bit of the oxygen. Look at this pan. It's filthy. All right. Oil. Once that pan's hot, chuck in your calamari. Smoke swirling. Bit of wood fire calamari. The best thing about having just a little fire is all I need to do is heat up this one pan for one cook. Scrape it up, no fire scars, easy, good for the environment. Everyone's happy, especially me with a belly full of squid. How's that bar crusher in the background, by the way? Good looking boat. Take it off the heat and we're done. Bob's your uncle. Beautiful little wood-fired squid. I guess it's wood-fired, why not? Squid in about 10 minutes. Probably took about 30 minutes to find the wood. Nah, it didn't take that long, but it took a while. Time for my favorite part, the taste test. Oh. That's good. And not too hot. That's those wings that people don't eat. Can't taste any difference. That was hot. Still nearly got a whole litre left over. I might just chuck her back in the boat. I definitely won't do that. And there you have it. Never know I was here. All right, it's just starting to rain again. Back on the boat, soaked. Did my little bit for the environment. Picked up a bit of rubbish on the beach. No fire scar left. A full belly, a clean beach. Let's get out of here. I've gone to wind my electric anchor up and it's just fully straight off the front. Have a look. I just realised I probably could have gone through this hatch. I might just preface that with saying it's not a great idea to climb up around the front of your boat while your motor's just trawling along slowly. Because if you do fall in, obviously, A, the boat can go over you. Anyway, kill the boat before you do that. Don't do what I just did. Safety first.
Click on another one of these ones. Go on. You know you want to. Do it. That's right. I'm talking to you. Click one.